I was a follower. I think that my testimony starts with me being, I was a good person, good citizen. I was a good student all throughout high school, but I wasn't really serving God in any capacity. I believed in God, but I didn't really have a personal relationship with God. And it really happened when I was choosing colleges. And I was with my guidance counselor, and I was going to go to another college because one of my goals was to really just party. You know, I wanted to join a fraternity. I wanted to be with all my buddies. I wanted to have fun. I wanted to be a good student, don't get me wrong, but I think I had maybe my priorities a little bit wrong, but I didn't know it yet. And I believe that it was a God thing that I ended up staying in South Bend, and I went to IUSB for college, and it was my first semester. After the end of my first semester, I felt a calling from God in my life. And so I received word that my brother was going to be deployed into Iraq and Kuwait for the military, and he wanted to get right with God, and at that same time God was speaking to me. And I knew that there was something more to life than where I was at. And so I went to church, and it was just a one-time visit, but I felt God pulling on my heart. And so I went from feeling like, I was a follower most of my life, just wanting to fit in with the crowd. I always wanted to follow after whatever the popular kids were doing or whatever everyone else was doing, to realizing that there was more, than that. And so for me, being willing to break from the mold and be willing to follow after what God would want for you, I think is so important, and that's what I felt God doing in my life. And so I'm here today because I believe the Lord spoke to me specifically about not being a follower, and not a follower of other people anyway, as much as I am just a follower of Him. And so that's my testimony, is I went from being somebody that cared a lot about what other people thought. I still do. I still care about people, but I care more about what God thinks than anything else. And so my life is a product of just me being willing to listen when God was telling me it's time. And I'd say that's probably my story. I can keep going on and on, but I think that's probably the main thing.